You, don't touch shit in my house. Oh my gosh. Don't touch nothing in my house. Stop knocking shit. Don't fucking look and jump at me, bitch. I can't wait till your dad come get you. Oh, that's why I don't want you coming over here, because I just be wanting you in the corner, out of my fucking way. Go play with something. Just don't play in my kitchen. My gosh, this shit, nigga, I ain't scared of you. What? Looking like you, oh my gosh. I know you bite. Oh, I know you bite. You probably foam at the mouth when you bite too. I can't wait till that motherfucker come get you.
They want war. You Democrat motherfuckers have got war. I'm locked and loaded and I'm ready.
Okay, what do you want me to say? Oh no, I'm like really scared of people who have high blood pressure. I was an Antifa brigade leader who was planning on raiding your local podunk town's Bass Pro Shops and causing tens of dollars in damage. And now that you've threatened me, I won't do that anymore. Anyways, what do you guys want from me?
They got snow bunnies. Down here in the South, we got a whole different breed of white girl.
My guy, they got a different breed of people. Fuck are you supposed to be, boy?
Can Trump still win? Well, yeah, of course, a Trump victory is possible. So we're worried, but at the same time, feeling optimistic. I think we can take Pennsylvania and just end this right there.
Is a Biden victory possible?
No, it's not.
Why do you think that?
Well, because everyone likes Trump.
How do you think the swing states will be divided?
I think all the swing states will go to Trump. All of them.
What about the ones that didn't?
Well, I have a lot of conspiracy theories for that.
So the ones he won...
Yeah, all the ones that went to Trump were fair.
Oh, so those are fair.
Except for the votes that went to Biden. They should have 100% went to Trump.
Why do you think that?
Oh, because I'm a fucking idiot.
Say what you want about Donald Trump, that man is an inspiration to all Americans. This president, more than any other president, has inspired the biggest voter turnout in American history. He's inspired people who've never voted to go out and vote. He's inspired people who haven't voted in 30 years to make sure they cast their ballot. He's even inspired people who thought that their vote didn't matter to get out and vote. He's even inspired an entire generation of youth to get out and register to vote just for this election. And Mr. President, I don't know why you're being so humble about these numbers. These numbers make Obama's election turnout look like no one even cares about democracy. These numbers are yours, Donald Trump. You inspired us all to vote. Thanks. If you've done anything good, it's inspired people to get out and vote. So, hey, you guys, don't stop here. Keep voting every year, every time an election. Get out and vote.
My wife is singing in the house, so I'm sitting outside. That way the neighbors don't think I'm hitting her.
Huh? What? Oh. Okay.
Salty as fuck.
You don't have to watch me, baby. I'm gonna get all 31 in here. You making sure I'm Mr. B, huh? These only pills you take? Make sure you take these with food and water. You cannot snort these, okay? Yeah.
I bet you're triggered right now. I bet you're triggered right fucking now.
Okay, wait. Dude, where'd you come from? And why are you on my FYP? Why? What did I do? What did I watch that leads me to you? Oh my God. Listen. Trump does not like you. I promise you, he doesn't like you. You want to talk about it? We'll talk, dude. But this, that was wrong. Shit.
Arguing with a Trump supporter is like, 2 + 2 is 4. Yeah, well, what about 2 + 3, huh? That's not 4. That's a different equation with a different answer. Oh yeah, where'd you hear that?
Different round here.
Bop, sweetheart. Hold on a minute. Hold on. So, this bitch's page is all MAGA and Trump 2020 and everything you stupid ass idiots, well, not all of you, but you know who you are, support, right? But then it's all about, save our farm, if $250,000, give $1 each, hey you dumbass. Hey you dumbass. That's democratic socialism you're asking for. You dumbass. Wow. Your farm's getting lost? Oh, imagine that. A family of 4 hardworking Americans losing their farm under Trump's presidency. But I thought he was making America great again. I thought he cared about you guys. I thought you voted for him so you could get something. Oh, dummy.
That's cute. The difference is, we've been awake the whole time.
Alright, y'all, here's another fucking racist asshole who's we're outing this morning. Lester Stewart. Right here. Right there. I'll post more pictures. This motherfucker walked into a restaurant I was eating at last night, walked up to me and my old lady, gave us the finger, told us to fuck off, and that he was gonna kill us because we don't support Donald Trump. Do what you do.
Today we're going to talk about Parler. Currently, right now, there is a mass exodus of Republicans going to the Parler website and signing up, pretty much stating that they feel that they are being censored in Facebook and that they want a platform they can really, share whatever they like to share. Let's look at Parler for a moment. Parler is a United States-based microblogging and social networking service launched in 2018. Parler has a significant user base of Trump supporters, conservatives, and Saudi nationalists. Posts on the website often contain far-right content, anti-Semitism, and conspiracy theories. The site markets itself as a free speech and unbiased alternative to mainstream social networks such as Twitter and Facebook. However, journalists and users have criticized the service for content policies that are more restrictive than the company portrays. Like Kristen Hitchcock, which says that she's not a fan of all the one-sided censorship and she's tired of all the little notice boxes under posts. Like for part 2.
Latinos, I'm speaking up for us, and we do not claim this girl. Now we're going to pass her over to the African American.
As a member of the African American community, we'd like to decline your offer and drop her off at the Piggly Wigglies where the white boy will claim her with the snow possum.
All right, so I'm seeing a lot of Trump supporters on TikTok taking down their Trump flags and saying, let's go back to normal, and why aren't any of the Republicans riding in the streets, like Democrats would have if Trump got another 4 years. First problem, the fact that you said, let's go back to normal tells me that you knew exactly what you were doing. You felt emboldened and protected by the president to behave the way you did, and now that he's not getting another 4 years, you now know that you shouldn't have acted the way you did, but you did it anyway. Secondly, the reason why you're not protesting and rioting in the streets about Biden winning is because you never had to. Biden and his administration never presented any policies that were direct threat to your existence. Your life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness was never on the chopping block, and you know it. You behaved the way you did because your president allowed you to. And now that the tone and the temperature in the country is changing, you know you have to change with it. By default admitting that you were fucking trash. But from the bottom of my ball sack, fuck you.
What the hell is that noise?
Oh, God.
What the fuck is you watching, Jarrell?
Mario and Luigi? It's SpongeBob, you know?
That ain't no fucking Mario and Luigi. Don't play with me. You do that shit at your dad's house. Don't disrespect my house, so you can get the fuck out. 8 years old and all.
Why you did that?
Trump 2020. I'm so glad that we work for Exxon right now. Drill, baby, drill. That's what I'm talking about. Another 4 years. Yeah, I know. How long have we been working together at this place? We've been working together almost 25 years at this place. Yep, and just about 10 more years to go to get that benefits package. Yeah, it's strange how they fired the old crew that was
about to come up on their benefits and retirement. Well, you know, they're just weeding out them old-time Democrats. Yeah, and actually the last time we both got a raise, I'm pretty sure that it was forced on the company about 5 years ago. Well, yeah, that's because the economy was in the toilet. Trump saved it. Yeah, I guess you're right. What about old Mike? He was injured right before he got fired. Did they ever help him with his injury? No, they figured out that he was being neglectful. That's really weird because he was the best worker on the crew. Well, all I gotta say to that is,
real followers, you ain't gonna like this one, man. But every time Joe Biden start talking about separating kids and things like that, I start thinking about them old cages, man. And I know he want to talk about how Donald Trump is putting kids in cages, but I like to think about like, hey, Joe, who put the cages there, Joe?
First things first, love your content, but let's clear this up. Obama had an atrocious record on immigration. He was blasted by the left for the deportations under his presidency. Obama built those cages as a response to violence going on in South America. It caused a lot of refugees to come here. There had also been more processing under the Obama president because of DACA. It took more time for unaccompanied children to be brought into the system. They had a backup of kids being in the cages and not being sent to DHS for processing to be put with a sponsor in the US. And myself and a lot of other progressives blasted him for it. Trump's zero-tolerance policy overwhelmed these facilities. They were never meant to be operating at this capacity. Family separation is exclusively a Trump policy, and the reason the left is pissed.
Lost from Obama and stuff, so.
People lost jobs under Obama? Obama made the unemployment rate go from 15% to 7% in 4 years.
Yeah, what's up with that? Sir, are you okay?
This is common knowledge. No Republican actually argues that Obama was bad for employment. That's not a good argument. Okay, she left.
The media doesn't decide the election. Newsflash, liberals, MSNBC doesn't get to decide who's president. CNN doesn't decide who's president. The proper election process decides who's president. And baby girl, all the legal votes are going to be counted. We have recounts going on in certain states right now, like in Georgia. We're taking certain states to court. You thought this was over? You think Joe Biden is the president now? First of all, even if he was properly elected, he wouldn't be the president until January. He's not the president. It's still Donald J. Trump. And furthermore, this ain't over.
Anybody want to take that one?
Yeah, I'll take that one. No, I've been in almost 10 years active duty in the Army. My first 6 years were trash under the Obama administration. You know, government shutdowns, all that BS that happened. I ended up losing paychecks quite a few times due to that nonsense. And if there was a government shutdown under Trump, I still got paid. On top of that, myself and a lot of my buddies that I've served with, been deployed with, and been in different duty locations with, are all Trump supporters. We don't want Biden in office. We want to keep Trump because he fights for the military. He fights for what's right. Now, all you naysayers are going to sit there and do everything you can to dog this video or dog Trump. But being in the military the last 10 years, in the last 4 during his term, I've seen nothing but positive changes in the military. The vast majority of us want him to stay in, and I speak on behalf of myself and my buddies that I know.
It's actually hard for me to do shows these days because I can't come up here and not look like I voted for Trump 3 times the minute I get up here. I look like the voter fraud that he was talking about. And I actually feel bad for Trump sometimes, and I'll tell you why. Because he doesn't know what he's doing, right? He's first to being president. He doesn't know what he's doing, so it must feel weird for him to be president. And the only way I can think that he feels being president is like that time I went to a job interview and I lied about knowing QuickBooks. And then I got the job. Because here's the thing, I'm a pretty liberal guy. I don't like Trump. I think Trump's an idiot, but I'm also an idiot. I'm a smart idiot, but I'm an idiot. And the way that he reacts to things might be the way that I react to things sometimes. Like, remember when the hurricane happened? They go, what do you want to do? He goes, I don't know, fix it? That's what I would say.
So on Friday evening, it was brought to my attention and my news team's attention that the police chief in Marshall, Arkansas, was found making death threats to Democrats on the Parler social media app. After doing some research and reaching out to a handful of different officials and getting no response, we decided to take it to Twitter to take care of this situation. Take a look at this thread. And after leaving several messages to Lang Holland and the mayor Kevin Elliott to no response, the mayor finally came out with a statement on Facebook saying that Lang Holland had resigned from his position.
For the 8 years that Obama was a president, I watched Kentucky fall.
I watched. Listen, fam, if you want to criticize Obama, but stay consistent in your criticisms, man. I think that for the past 4 years, y'all been talking about how the Democratic ran states and Democratic ran cities is Democrats' fault. It sounds like now you're saying that the Republican ran Kentucky in your county that's probably Republican ran is Obama's fault. That's not consistent in your criticism. My question is, where's the responsibility and the accountability when it comes to states and cities locally ran by conservatives? See, as a person that was born and raised in Bryan, Texas, a conservative state and a conservative town, I don't see how y'all can get away from the responsibility and the accountability of the shortcomings that happen in y'all cities and y'all states, like Kentucky and Texas. And then you brought up tax breaks in a sentence after you talked about your struggling parents. Ain't no Trump tax breaks helping our broke asses, you and me included, with your parents. We broke. Ain't no tax breaks helping us, man.
Some of y'all bitches really need to stay off my shit before your man sees my shit and leaves you for me, bitch. And I'll help him pack your motherfucking shit and throw you out on the street, bitch. Cause I'm a heartless fucking bitch and I don't give a fuck.
Girl, you ain't finna do shit.
The wall. You're like racist. How am I racist? I just want to secure our southern border. Why would you like to focus on the southern border specifically? Because we get so many illegals from Mexico every year. You do know that the majority of undocumented immigration does not come from the southern border, right? What do you mean? The majority of undocumented immigration from the past 7 years has been from visa overstay. What's visa overstay? Visa overstay is when someone comes in the country legally but loses their status, oftentimes because of how overwhelmingly complicated our immigration system is. Well, Donald Trump is a pro-legal immigration president, but no, why not? Donald Trump has put a significant number of barriers in place to make legal immigration much more difficult. He's made us one of 4 countries that now puts a price on seeking asylum and increase the application for a green card. He's probably causing more undocumented immigrants.
Well, the non-Hunter Biden story with idiot Tucker Carlson sure took a turn last night. So apparently there's nothing on that USB that had that big scandal last night because Tucker Carlson has decided to leave him alone. You know, to be nice. Meanwhile, Tucker Carlson is saying that there was child porn on the flash drive that they were mailing across state lines. So either it's all BS or Tucker Carlson and his producer are in a lot of trouble for transporting child porn instead of handing it over to the FBI. Oh, what a tangled web we weave when we try to deceive, or something like that. What an embarrassment. The whole MAGA video movement at this point is a total and complete sham, embarrassment, just wow.
You watch me until I can't breathe, shaking, falling.
So let me get this straight. People that was calling folks snowflakes for 4 years is now melting like snowflakes, but you was just frozen for 4 years though. Let it go on Elsa now. But on Elsa and Anna, you're not going to let it go. You're going to take it to the courts, and you're going to throw this temper tantrum about how it was jacked and it was rigged. And you've been creating this little old narrative for, let me say, a few months now. So now we got people talking about how he lost the lead. You do know that the county-in ballots, sometimes they hit like edibles. It take a little time. You feel me? Let it go. Let it go.
And I left Louisiana, and I went to Puerto Rico, and I met with the president.
Okay, just so I can make sure that I'm right, I'm going to look this up. Who is the president of Puerto Rico Virgin Islands? Look there! It's President Trump. What a freaking idiot. You are an idiot.
That's it. Kentucky, get out. You had a choice between a badass fighter pilot and an actual rotting turtle corpse, and you picked the turtle corpse. I don't need mint juleps and I don't need derby.
Yo, so I take an intro to African American studies class and look at this. So we had to watch this TED Talk called The Urgency of Intersectionality by Kimberly Crenshaw. In this part, she basically talks about victims of police brutality. So she goes through a list of names while making the audience stand up. And if the audience recognizes one of the names that she says, then they sit down. So she does the first batch of names and about half of the audience sits down. Then she does the second batch of names, but this time nobody sits down. Now the only difference between both groups was that the first group was all male and the second group was all female. And the question is, why do black female victims of police brutality do not receive the same respect and treatment as their male counterparts? You look at this footage, all this is happening to black women, but no one ever talks about it. This just goes to show that black men need to fight for black women because black women are not just fighting racism, they're also fighting sexism. And there are groups to fight for them, but at the end of the day, they're outshined by their counterparts being black men and white women.
This is actually true, like it is statistically. The more education you pursue, the further left you start to lean. The broader you make your horizons, the more liberal you become. Smart people are liberal. Jesus would have been a liberal. Jesus would have condemned Trump.
This dude in the car next to me, I'm walking out of the post office and he like is walking out and he like opens the door, leaves it open for me, and I'm like, thank you so much, that was so nice. He was like, you're very welcome, baby doll. And then he like comes back in, he like opens the door and he's like, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be forward, but like, are you married? Are you single? And I'm like, yeah, I'm single. And he's like, I have to ask, like, would it be all right by you? Like, can I ask for your phone number? And he was like really cute, right? So when he asked me, I was just like, I mean, well, that depends. Like, do you like trans women? And he was like, oh, yep. Nope. Never mind. Damn, you look real. I'm like, boy, I'm 100% real and you don't deserve this. And he just looked me up and down and then he just walked away. Like, that is how you turn down a trans woman. I don't care if you're willing to date a trans person or not, but be respectful and don't be rude. You know, don't become violent or aggressive when you find out that
Let one motherfucker come in my face.
Should have chosen your words a little more carefully. Now, I'm not really in the dudes, and I know they say never, but after a few more glasses of white wine, if you want me to, I'll glaze you like a donut.
Kamala and her fucking goon squad is going to get eradicated pretty quick.
Seriously, what the fuck is wrong with you? Seriously. What the fuck?
$500,000 you just donated to the President's Defense Fund here. Wow.
Hey, Lindsay, wouldn't it be smarter to save that money for the Criminal Defense Fund for tax fraud?
It takes a special type of sociopathic, trashy killer to wish death on the sitting president of the United States.
Sorry, I think I'm missing something, because aren't you the one who celebrated the death of Ruth Bader Ginsburg? Because I'm relatively sure that was you, and if it was, then my response to your statement would be, it takes a special kind of sociopathic, trashy killer to celebrate the death of an incredible woman who was instrumental in obtaining your right to get married in your country. Is that a fair comparison?